complete.
There we heard the call out. Falcon 9 is now completely fueled. All of its propellants, so
Are starting. Second level.
all of its propellants, and we can see that leftover liquid oxygen now being vented or released, now flowing further away from the vehicle. So nearly 1 million pounds of liquid oxygen in RP1 now on board Falcon 9. It is fully loaded and ready for launch.
And coming up at T-minus 1 minute, we'll hear that Dragon is in countdown. Its flight computer will switch to countdown mode, and we'll hear that the flight termination system on Falcon 9 is armed.
FPS is armed. Falcon 9 is in startup and is now controlling.
And there you heard it,
Dragon is in countdown.
Dragon's flight computer in countdown. The flight termination system now armed.
Should get the final go for launch from SpaceX launch director Mark
Dragon,
Sergius.
SpaceX. Godspeed. Go for launch.
SpaceX Dragon, go for launch.
SpaceX
T-minus
reports
30
go. Crew reports go. 30 seconds until liftoff.
T-minus 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
T-minus 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
If you're not watching it right now, the rocket's about to take off. I'm jumping in real quick. This is how it happens. Hi, everybody. Oh, there she goes. Look at that. Great. Ladies and gentlemen, if your society is launching rockets into space, you are definitely better off than anyone who lived previous to, I don't know, 100
We're
years
now
ago.
at T plus 35 seconds into the 5th rotational crew mission on board Dragon and Falcon 9.
Look at that business. Look at that business. Bring it down a little bit. Yeah. So cool. Look at that. It's, space travel is starting to look like space stuff when I was a kid. The aesthetic that NASA could not afford in the initial missions is now starting to show up. Let's be abundantly clear. Whoops. That was fast. Went to super overdrive. No. They just switched lenses. The fascinating thing, excuse me, for watching this is that you got to remember, SpaceX and all these others are built on the physics and experimentation of all the NASA missions beforehand. If they had to start from scratch, they would be nowhere near this far along. None of the equations used to measure these things, none of the experience of what it's really like in real world conditions that factor into it, none of it would have ever been in play. And these guys would have had to start from scratch, and their stuff would have looked like crap too. The reason why, like, SpaceX uniforms and why the ships themselves and why the boosters and all that kind of stuff can look so great. It's thank you so much. Was that Lisa Miamore? Thank you so much. One of the reasons why, everything can look kind of spacey. Yes, there are people on board. And the first Native American woman to go into space and stay there. I think she's the first Native American woman that's going to be on the space station. So that's a step. That's nice. That's happening.
And Miko.
But yeah, so there's the inside of it, and then you're going to drop that piece.
Copy 2 Alpha.
There
And
we should see
then,
that second
yeah.
engine begin to ignite.
That's the view
now.
of it falling away.
And obviously confirmed by the loud cheer behind us here at Mission Control.
Yeah, hold on, let me see if I can get my headphones in so I can listen to what the commentary is saying.
And second stage is lit and continuing to carry the Crew 5 astronauts into orbit.
We're now getting a view of the first stage after that stage separation. The second stage still being illuminated by that single Merlin vacuum engine, and that's on the right-hand side of your screen. First stage on the left-hand side of your screen making its way back to Earth. We will be attempting to land it on our drone ship, which today we are using Just Read the Instructions.
Acquisition signal, Bermuda.
The drone ship's name is Just Read the Instructions. That's
And
funny.
we did hear that acquisition of the ground station in Bermuda. The first stage is continuing to make its way back to Earth, and the second stage is going to continue.
Trajectory nominal.
Another good call, trajectory nominal.
Confirmation there from Commander Nicole Mann. You can also
It's a huge-
sort of see the Space Coast there in the background of the first stage on the left-hand side of your screen. It also looks like you can actually see the thrust plume created by the first stage as it's now rotating just out of screen.
Very exciting.
Second stage is going to continue firing until a little over 8 minutes into the flight, really doing the heavy lifting now.
I'm trying to center on astronaut Kakina is the
Everything continues
the
to
Native
look
American
nominal
woman who's
both
on
first
this.
and second stages.
Yeah,
As I mentioned before,
I believe.
the first stage will be making a landing on one of our drone ships, which is currently parked a couple hundred miles off the coast of Florida in the Atlantic Ocean. So we can
Hence
see
the
now
delays.
that
Dragon, SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
good confirmation there that we have good trajectory.
The second
Sorry, we
stage
jumped right
now
into the show. Good morning.
traveling over
HAL Sparks Mega Worldwide
5,400
morning show.
miles per
Good to see
hour.
you. Hi. It's Wednesday. I've got a Nerd Halen show
Crew is
tonight.
pulling a little more than
Went home and
1G
then
right
I'm
now.
going to do an early
It's
show and then I'm going
continue
to
to
bug
ramp
out
up, peaking
and
just
drive
before we
to
get second
Yamava,
stage
which
cut
is
off
a
here
nice
in just a
3-hour
few
drive.
minutes from now.
Do a show, turn right back around, do another 3-hour drive, come home, sleep in my own bed, get up tomorrow and be on Stephanie Miller's show at 8 a.m. So there's that.
Burn, where we reignite 3 of the Merlin the Merlin M1D engines on the first stage. We ignite the center engine into radial engines to help slow it down as it re-enters the Earth's atmosphere. And then the second final burn, and that will be the landing burn on our drone ship.
And the single M.
They're just saying drone ship over and over again like the rest of us aren't going, drone ship. What?
The single MVAC engine that you see on the right of your screen is continuing to fire. We did hear another call out that trajectory is nominal. Crew heading in the direction that they are supposed to be.
So this one's going to the International Space Station. It's taken 5 astronauts there.
This single engine can produce over 220,000 pounds of thrust in the vacuum of space. Now over 200 kilometers in altitude.
But how can it do it at in a bar in Tulsa, Oklahoma? You know what I mean? What kind of thrust can it bring
as the first
in
stage
a, you know,
continues to make its way back to Earth, and the second stage continues its burn. Just a couple minutes left in that burn.
For those of you just joining us, just over 6.5 minutes ago, our 4 Crew 5 astronauts launched from Kennedy Space Center in Florida.
4. It's Crew
and
5,
now making their
but
way
there's 4
into
astronauts.
orbit on the second stage.
Very important
inside
distinction.
Crew Dragon,
Trajectory nominal.
which we're hearing that the trajectory on that is nominal. They are safe inside Dragon Endurance, whereas the first stage on the left-hand side of your screen is making its way back to Earth. We are coming
By the way,
up to
the fact that
re-entry
humanity
burn.
is recycling rockets
As I said
at this
before,
point,
we ignite 3 of the 9 Merlin
can we just
engines
enjoy that?
to help slow the booster
Good morning,
down as
everybody.
it
Hi.
re-enters
Happy
the
Wednesday.
dense part of
This is
the
the morning
Earth's
show, so we
atmosphere.
get to cover whatever the heck we want.
As the entry burn completes, we'll be in the final.
Stage 1, entry burn startup.
So there we heard
Stage
the
2,
call out.
SPARKS is safe.
You can there see it on your screen that entry burn has
Fire.
been initiated.
Fire. 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 Fire.
And as that entry burn completes, we'll be in the
Doc,
final,
it's kind of a, how
different
do I
abort
describe it?
phases
It's
here
like an
shortly,
entry
which
burn.
essentially correspond
Did you
to
take the pills I
areas
told
along
you?
the very northeastern
Yeah,
seaboard
they
of the
tasted all
US.
funny.
And
Stage
then
1 entry burn shutdown.
You're not supposed to eat them.
great news
What do you
that
want me to
entry
do?
burn
Shove them
was
up my...
shut down,
All right.
and then those last all the way across the Atlantic off the coast of Scotland for those abort zones.
Everything continues to look nominal for both the first and second stages.
And the crew with the second stage still attached is now traveling over 13,000 miles per hour.
We're about 10 seconds away from SECO 1.
Copy, Shannon.
Shannon,
Stage 1 transonic.
that call out for Shannon, Ireland, indicative of our final abort zone. After this, we'll see second stage shut off, and we'll be listening for confirmation of a good orbit, which tells us the crew and Dragon are exactly where they need to be.
And there we had confirmation that the
Stage
MVAC
1 landing burn.
has shut down
All right.
simultaneously.
Excellent.
The entry.
SpaceX, nominal orbit insertion.
That's not real. Earth is flat.
And you heard that call for a good insertion. We will coast for a few minutes.
Oh,
There
look
we
at
can
this.
see the
Come on
drone
now.
ship coming into view as Falcon 9
Launch
attempts.
escape system. Stage 1 landing leg deployed.
You can see those landing legs have now deployed.
Look at that thing.
See on your screen.
Little off target, guys. I'm just saying. A little bit of drift.
Clapping and cheering behind me, Falcon 9 has landed on our drone ship just with the instructions. Parked off the coast of Florida.
Signal. Okay.
And now,
And again, that second stage separation will be coming up just a couple of minutes now. We do coast for a few minutes
Acquisition signal to Finland.
after second
Super
engine
exciting.
cutoff
Hi,
to
everybody. Good
allow
morning.
any rates to-
That
or motion to
world
dampen
is looking
out and
fake.
settle.
I think
And looks
it's,
like we're going to get a view of the
this is all a big
second
NASA
stage
plot to
as
make
it
you think the
separates
Earth
here
is
shortly.
round. Look, the Earth is flat, and it's got a big cake
did
dish
hear
on
that the
top of
crew has
it
been
that he painted the
successfully
sky on,
inserted into a
and
good
every so
orbit.
often he knocks on it, and that's thunder. Figure it out, okay? This is all propaganda. We ain't never gone to the moon. When they go to the moon finally, if the
Again, the
Lord
crew
lets
is
them
still
go
attached
through
to the second
the moon
stage.
portal and land on the projection of the moon inside the cloche, as we all learned the word for it. Hey,
We are expecting stage separation to
look at that.
occur
That's not.
in just over
That's
a
just
minute
a
from now,
trucker's
about
seat right
1
there.
minute and 8 seconds. And that's when the
It's wrapped in tinfoil.
so
That ain't
when
real.
the second stage will separate from the Dragon trunk. The Dragon trunk is
Yeah,
the
they're gonna land
part
on
of
it with a
hardware
cheese knife.
where we are
Get
able
used to the
house
idea.
the,
Come on,
cargo
figure it
that
out.
is able to be exposed to the vacuum of space, as well as
That's right,
the solar
Templeton.
panels which help power Dragon while it is on orbit.
Technically, that wouldn't be. Ficus's
Again, that
voice
stage
is loud.
separation
Is
now coming
is
up in
higher
about 30
pitched.
seconds.
My voice is
After
really
stage
low because I've been
separation,
doing a lot
we'll
of
have
singing
nose
lately,
cone deployment.
and so I'm
Now
doing
that
the
Dragon
heathen.
is in
That's a
the
different
vacuum of
person.
space, we're
That's a
able
real
to-
person.
we'll be able
I
to
grew up,
open the nose cone and expose that
and
forward
one of my
hatch,
dad's friends'
which is
name
what
was
is
Heathen.
utilized to dock
Hi.
autonomously
Hi,
with
Chipper.
the International Space
What's
Station.
going on, buddy? You want to come up?
And that nose cone
Wanna come up
does
and say
stay
hi?
closed for the flight uphill to help protect all of the guidance,
Are
navigation,
you getting up, or are you just coming
control
and sitting over there?
sensors. We are standing by for second stage separation.
Chip's just wandering around. Just gonna sit down? What are you looking for, buddy? That's a pen. I threw it last night during a bit. No, I didn't have time to pick it up.
And there is separation.
Oh, there she goes. That is all CG. I don't buy it for a second. That's not even real clapping.
Dragon is your launch director on Dragon. On behalf of the entire launch and recovery team, it was an honor and a pleasure to be a part of this mission with you. And while October 3rd may belong to the Mean Girls, October 5th will forever belong to Crew 5. Godspeed, Endurance. Cheers.
Awesome. Thank you so much to the Falcon team. Whew, that was a smooth ride uphill. You got 3 rookies that are pretty happy to be floating in space right now, and 1 veteran astronaut who's pretty happy to be back as well. Let's see what you got to say, Koichi.
Falcon team,
Chip,
it
what are you
was
doing?
a smooth ride, and I see all the 3 happy faces here. Back in 0Z, and I appreciate all the help to give us a smooth ride and training. And thank you so much.
My mask is really steamed up right now. Is this normal? I'm so drunk right now.
Thank you for your support. Anya.
What? Come here, buddy. Come on. There he is. There he is. Chipper wants to make a visit.
We're so glad to do it together. And thank you for everybody, for people who is us. Спасибо большое всем агентам Роскосмос, НАСА, ДАКСа и, естественно, SpaceX за предоставленную нам возможность. Мы рады всем экипажам делать то, что мы сейчас делаем.
So, I think it's wonderful that they're speaking in their different languages and saying their hellos to the planet and all that kind of stuff.
Really nice words there from the Crew 5.
Anybody who's watched like Ancient Aliens or any of that stuff, there's a big there's belief that the Tower of Babel story is about aliens discovering that humans were already building rockets, but we only spoke one language and we were only one, race at that point or whatever. And they were like, yeah, these assholes are still stoning each other to death, and yet they're about to achieve rocket status. We have to do something about this. So let us go down and confound their language, and scatter them across the face of the earth. That was genetically modify them, turn them into different races, give them different languages, and once they can learn to get along, then they'll be allowed to leave the planet. This kind of plays into that. It seems like they've been watching Ancient Aliens over at Tesla or at SpaceX. Hi, buddy. Why are you attacking me? Why are you attacking me? You're hungry. I know you're hungry, but you already got fed. They're wearing the black DeSantis boots.
Indicator float back into view, and hopefully get a better
that
shot of it.
That iPad leg bag right there is sweet.
It may have been an Einstein doll.
What?
But that's just kind of what it looked like from the backside.
I think you're right.
How do you know Einstein from his backside?
To me.
Hey.
So the next milestone that we're looking ahead towards is the nose cone opening.
What are you doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing?
If you've just joined us, we had a successful liftoff exactly 16 minutes ago of the Crew 5 mission. They had an on-time liftoff from Kennedy Space Center at noon Eastern Time. They had a smooth ride up to orbit. The first stage landed successfully on our drone ship. Just read the instructions, and everything has been looking good so far. We are hoping to get another view on board Dragon once we're able to get that camera back. But so far, everything leading up to this point in time, we got a shot there of the MVAC engine, which is no longer firing. It is coasting with that attached to the second stage, which has been separated from Dragon. So everything was super smooth this morning, starting all the way back. I think we got here around T-4 hours, and super smooth countdown.
At some point they're going to put up like camera satellites just to watch these things, like literally just like B-roll satellites.
The nose cone opening.
And if they're not planning on it, I invented it, and SpaceX get on it.
We are able to open up that nose cone and expose the forward hatch, which is what is utilized to autonomously.
Yeah, all of this is at
dock
Universal
with the
Studios.
International Space Station, but of course to protect that hardware as well.
It's all fake. You can see the wires hanging from the rocket in the air.
The guidance and
hi, Andrea.
control
Mighty's in the chat. What's happening?
During launch preparations and during the Ascent
Do
portion.
the Midas Touch folks notice when I send them raids at all?
Dragon is in space, and the crew 4,
they're million subscribers,
all 4 of them,
and yet they're small Twitch following that when I send them a raid, they even see it.
To get another view of that.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to spread the love.
To bring onboard cabin views back to you of the Crew 5 crew. We always like to see what the zero-G gravity indicator is, as you saw earlier in the webcast.
Don't understand. We're
Bob
completely surrounded by
brought,
lights. They're blinking and flashing. They're
zero-G
flashing. They're
indicator
blinking. I
that
can't take it anymore. I'm fine.
Used on the Demo 2 mission, a lovely sequin dinosaur, which I also have one at my desk. Not the Bob obviously has the one that went to space. Mine is a replica, but we love.
Oh, by the way, if
really
the Elon Musk
connect those of us on ground with
sale goes through and he does actually buy the thing, it's not going to turn into a right-wing paradise of bullshit. It'll get more and more sequestered into little compartments. They'll still have the same rules about like dangerous talk that Facebook and all the other ones have, and it will kill Truth Social in an afternoon. All the right-wingers will race back to Twitter, and then when it's not this like paradise where they can just threaten people's lives and be awful, when it, they'll go, oh shit, and then they'll go back and it'll be too late.
Number of critical systems for the flight up to the space station that will be
I'm not an astronaut, but I did say it at Holiday Inn Express last night. I'm sorry, I can't do that.
That hold the nose cone in place during the launch and ascent portions. Those have begun to retract.
Ojeda will note sparklers occasionally.
Swing open.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Please, baby HAL. Ow! Why are you biting me, Chip?
The nose cone is about 2/3
Chip,
of the way
what are you?
open
Ow!
at this time,
What are you
so we
doing?
expect it to
What are
be
you doing?
fully open
Why are you
here
biting me?
shortly.
Hold on. I'm not getting you a snack. You are not getting a snack right now. I just sat down. Okay.
Shortly after nose cone deployment, the crew will be able to get their visors open, and they'll be given the
I'm putting
okay
Chip
to
outside the door
get out
before
of
he
their
chews the hole
suits,
in it.
and that will allow them to settle in for their ride to the International Space Station.
Once Biden starts petting, that's how it works.
It is about a 29-hour journey for the crew from launch to docking to the space station.
Of this boy.
But as you said, they'll be able to get out of their suits, get comfortable, get some rest, and just enjoy being in the microgravity environment of space. Again, we have 3 first-time flyers and 1 veteran on today's flight. But I'm sure it was an exciting moment. No matter how many times
space flight is on my bucket list, kids.
I can't imagine that it ever gets old.
I would probably agree with that. I would also imagine that the 3 first-time space goers will have a brief period of acclimation to gravity. I know I certainly would, and I also recognize that my period probably wouldn't be very brief in order to get acclimated to that lack of gravity. But yeah, this is something that the veteran astronaut.
Yeah, it's a weird sensation when all your when normally your bowels only really have one thing pulling on them, gravity. And yeah, we'll check back in with it during the show. You're watching HAL Sparks Mornings Mega Worldwide. We're going to check the trends this morning, as we do. And of course, at the top of this morning is Elon Musk to proceed with $44 billion purchase of Twitter. Multiple outlets report it's because he was going to lose his lawsuit, so he might as well buy it. I'm just saying. That's really why it's happening. He tried to back out of it because he realized he wouldn't be able to turn it into some sort of right-wing paradise thing without it collapsing. And if it does, believe me, the one thing that would like reignite Instagram and create a side channel text only aspect of Instagram and rearrange the mechanics of it to turn it into something a little more Twitterish, it would be this. So, and if there's a big shift, we'll all do the big stampede. I don't care. It's fine. Not gonna happen though. Matt Walsh is the dude who did the documentary What is a Woman or whatever. And Unearth Matt, and this is because Media Matters found him ranting about the that, yeah, impregnating 16-year-old girls is the best time because they're the most fertile. Okay. Why do these assholes want you to leave them alone, leave them alone and just kind of go, yeah, no, keep talking? They always end up sounding like a Goebbels rant. You have to make people hurt. Matt Walsh's first radio show, The Daily Wire, personality defended political violence, teen pregnancy, shocked an intern in the ass with a stun gun, and performed racist impressions of black men. I mean, of course he did. The only weird thing about this is that he's not a gray-haired old man. Because they've been trying to jumpstart shock jock for ages. I mean, it's what Steven Crowder's gig is right now. Matt Walsh is absolutely right that for most of human history, girls were forced to have children, but that's because they were essentially property of their husbands, no rights of their own, and often died in the process. Exactly. Yeah. He's a scumbag. And while working at WZBH, Walsh attracted attention with a speech at a Tea Party rally glorifying violence, saying, if you want extreme things to happen, you have to be willing to go to extremes. Our founding fathers were very specific goals in mind when they wanted to accomplish. There wasn't a generalized sense of outrage. It was, these are our goals and we want to accomplish. And by the way, they were willing to back it up with guns and violent force. If you want extreme things to happen, you have to be willing to go to extremes. Everyone keeps bringing up our founding fathers. They were willing to pick up guns and kill people for what they wanted. A sign won't do it, and calling your congressman won't do it. All right, well, there you go. And no wonder he and MTG get along so well. I'm guessing pipe bombs would have been in that. Okay. What I do like is shocking ass. The coast of the Matt and Crank program, anti-LGBTQ pundit Matt Walsh filmed an intern performing a series of sexually degrading stunts, including diaper wrestling, licking the inside of a dumpster, and washing a car wearing panties. Yeah, he's a douchebag. Look, one of the big parts of the conservative arc is shitty shock jock with no real sense of humor to conservative, family man who is just trying to get America back on the right track. It's Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck started out as a shock jock, ended up moving to CNN, and now does the fucking Blaze. Matt Walsh is on the exact same trajectory. They all start like that. Yeah, that's the two of these trending at the same time. By the way, the Jews was trending because of relatively innocuous reasons, and then people mostly referencing oh my God, the Jews is trending, right? It's an asshole. Yeah. This is pretty gnarly. This was a gnarly story. This couple who had just met this guy from a British cooking show were in South Africa collecting seeds for this little organic seed company that they do, and they were kidnapped and hacked to pieces and fed to crocodiles. There's the zippers from their clothing and their sleeping bags were found a few for weeks afterwards in the jaws of crocodiles. Yeah, gnarly. Yeah, it's awful. And I would like to remind you, you're going to hear stories like this and worse and slightly less and just shootings and that kind of stuff the whole rest of your life for the most part, because there are 7.6 billion people on the fucking planet, and that means there's 100 million psychos, spread relatively evenly across the globe. It's not indicative of any society or societies in general, or it's society's problem, or society made it, or society fixed it, or society. It's not. No. It's just, there's so many fucking people. There's enough crazies to go around. Again, At one point, in the United States, a country of 340 million people, the FBI said that there are arguably 500 serial killers active at any given time. That's about 10 per state. Now, and this is why rural serial killers are scarier than city ones, is because in a city, statistically, it's easier to dodge the victim pool, whereas it's slim pickings out in the sticks, and therefore it's easier to, it's a little scarier. That said, they're not evenly dispersed either. They're also not evenly in the same thing. They're wannabes, or they might try it, or they've killed one person and they're like, I might give this another shot, and then they fuck up and kill themselves or whatever. There's all sorts of reasons. But that's just the United States. And we've got a fairly good tracking system. Imagine the countries that don't bother. Those folks get jobs in the government. I'm guessing this is Kellyanne Conway. Yeah. What she's saying, we see the Democratic Party, it's openly hostile to religion. They can't even give their thoughts and prayers when there's a tragedy. It's only thoughts now. Okay, first of all, we actually want legislation. The Democrats, Joe Biden, passed bipartisan gun reform legislation. That's more than thoughts and prayers. That's action. Secondly, you can give thoughts if you don't pray, or you can give prayers if you do pray. You can give both if you do pray. You don't give both if you don't pray. It's America. Fuck off. It's amazing to me that Kellyanne Conway, she of the blazing giant shoulder pads, the fuck is happening there? Is that like a Skeksis robe from the Dark Crystal? The hell is going on? Are her shoulders made out of clay? Let's see. Look at that. We've got over 1,000 people in the chat already. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Support the show as you do. Yeah, she's now been hired as a Fox News contributor, mainly to pay for Botox and filler. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. Look at that snapped jaw. Can we? We're not going to do comparison pictures. People can take care of themselves and do whatever the hell they want. I'm just saying, if those YouTube videos that I've seen about celebrity facelifts that popped up in my feed for about a week and then went away, I don't know what the fuck that was, are a real thing. This stuff is expensive. Yeah, they missed. They were putting filler in her cheeks and went, oh no, I'm sorry. She's got the clumsiest dermafill person. Got these giant turkey basters with huge needles on them. Just like, I missed again. No, and by the way, no one is hostile to religion. No. They are hostile to the weaponizing and the politicizing of religion for the purpose of control. That's all. Everyone's spiritual beliefs, if they really believe them, wouldn't be the problem at all. It's trying to enforce your religious beliefs on other people. The very thing we decry in Muslim countries, supposedly this crowd thinks it's okay to do over here. Nope. Nobody has a problem with religion. They have a problem with someone trying to force their religion on other people. That's it. That's all. And they speak in terms that's inclusive so that they don't participate in that. That by default, they don't assume a specific religious bent, so that if any point the Christians are outnumbered in this country, that there isn't Sharia law, effectively. That's how you protect against that, is you create an equating system so that people can have their beliefs, but you don't have to eat it. And it's just, oh my. And I thought my hair was out of control yesterday. People are afraid to make the sign of a cross before a meal in public. They're afraid to express they actually think religion get them canceled now, not just their politics, and think about it. I see Christian. What the fuck is she talking about? Honest to fucking God, that is such a lie. It's a lie. First of all, the fact that she worked for Donald Trump and protected him all this time, and she's on with Kudlow talking about, look at this, the importance of religion. For what? Political strategy? Get the fuck out of here. So have I, Ethan. First of all, wait, is that person sleeping or are they praying? I don't know. If they're praying, it's awful. If they're asleep, go wake them up. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Secondly, I see people pray over their food all the time. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Like, who really thinks people are like that? And by the way, if anybody did that, that person would be in the wrong. Like the Democrats, my side of the aisle, would go, the fuck are you doing? They were making like some sort of religious thing while they were eating. Like, what the fuck is that? Don't do that around my kids. Like, fuck off. It's none of your business. They're doing it for themselves. You can do it wherever the fuck they want. And these are the folks who don't want Muslims to pray in public, like to put down a prayer rug and pray. Like, this is just ridiculous. Yikes. That is literally Loretta Lynn's due from 1974. She rethought it. Like, that was a mistake. Let's go back to the, you know what? Let's take this haircut and just throw a drink on her. Oh my gosh. GMB 627, thank you so much. Holy smokes. Thanks for the super chat. That's amazing. And thank you, Shadow Woman, for resubscribing as well. Thanks. Don't forget to subscribe if you're on Twitch. I don't have my little banner thing up there, so Loretta Lynn was lovely. I'm overwhelmed. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the Venmos right there if you want to help that way, and patreon.com/HalSparks. I forget to bring it up, and I know I should, because this is the job right now. This is it. So yeah, if everybody could give a big shout out to the folks when they do a super chat as well, that's lovely. Thank you. And by the way, part of what they see this, they see Hispanics going like trending Republican by like 6% as a major win, when in reality it is 100% abortion, and in some cases the trans issue around kind of Latino machismo, like Latino males. It's not significant enough to turn the entire crowd their direction. There's also in parts of the country, there is a class bigotry towards, look, we made it into the country, no more. Like, and so they're kind of stiff arming other immigrants. There's all right. Oh, here we go. We've got Margarita Simonyan is Putin's version of Kellyanne Conway. Oh no, she's way further down than that. Yeah, this is where they're talking about how the West wants to colonize and enslave Russia and other countries. Look how she's just like looking up, like, how do I make this bullshit up? I mean, yeah, it is literally what they're doing to Ukraine, to the people of Ukraine. Right. So there's a bunch of Kellyanne Conway, and then comparing her to that. Okay. California's COVID sick pay policy has been extended through December 31st. Okay. Gays is trending. All right, sure. Gays when they see a monster during Halloween. What? Florida now opposed and they do not have insurance. In a special session, was hijacked by DeSantis to attack gay kids and did okay. Oh, these are the people praying over Herschel Walker. That's Herschel Walker, and they're all having a moment. Lord, lift this man up and hold him into your bosom. Remove from him the vicious and vile stain of the lies about what he actually did. That was actually worse. Protect him from being held to the standard that we ourselves create for him. And Lord, help us get our deposit back on this room, since this failing campaign is going to eat shit in a couple of weeks. Lord, is there a way I can lay hands on him without actually touching him? Because I might get abortion on me. Can you? Is abortion contagious? That's my fear. Lord, remind everyone to keep their hand while they have holding it out like this relatively low, so that, because some of the people are putting it pretty high in the air and it looks a little sus. Lord, let us not accidentally Nazi while we're trying to bless this man who played a great game of football 25/40 years ago. Bless this man and his 4 children who he barely knows. Bless his once and future abortions. Lord, ready, Boots? Start sloshing. You keep saying I'm a shitty candidate. All right. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Governor, I'd like to thank you for coming down to our first all-you-can-eat barbecue rib night at Croco Country. We want to wish you good luck, and we think you're going to take the title this year. Oh, this is the lesbian Velma that everyone's freaking out about. Yeah. Why did you have to make Velma gay? Just that's hilarious. Gays and e-girl trying to log into Overwatch today. Jigga. Yeah, it's messed up. The gays are better at mana. I give you Exhibit A. My sense of mana is not connected to whether my vehicle is fueled by gasoline or whether it's fueled by electricity. Agreed. That's so friggin' weird. Oh, God. Really? She had people wear shirts? That's a thing? Cool. Anyways, have a good day trending, gays. Trump's America. Yeah, this is the, we talked about this with Navarro's fucking book title. Reclaiming Trump's America, right? Or whatever, like taking back Trump's America. Do you feel safe in Joe Biden's America? Yes. I've been all over the fucking place. Yeah. OPEC was irrelevant in Trump's America because nobody was driving. What the fuck?
Stop fucking playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Stop playing with me, bro.
You don't pay for public parking. Stop fucking playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me. No, don't do it.
Yeah, not good. Don't know what happened leading up to it. Don't put your hands on people. Oy. Yeah, there's Trump's America. There it is. What do you remember most from Trump's America? That. All right. Yeah, there you go. Just beating cops with a Trump flag till it broke. Literally breaking a Trump flag on a cop's head. I mean, that dude, this dude right here in the red hat with the vest, what are this old dude? Classic Antifa. Meanwhile, the Black Lives Matter operative who's been put there just to control the crowd doesn't seem to be in on it. He's like, look, I tricked you into attacking cops, MAGA guy, but don't hit me. Like, that narrative is just adorable. Right. We saw a bunch of those memes during the last little bit. California. Okay, there we go. Oh, dear. Oh, Jim Redmond. Yeah, this guy, this Derek Redmond, I think he broke his ankle or twisted his ankle while he was running, and his dad ran out and helped him finish the race. He passed away. Just really sweet. Really sweet moment. He's literally wearing a Nike thing that says, "Have you hugged your foot today? Just do it." Oh, it's got to be rough. Yeah, so that's what most people. And yeah, yeah. Let's see if you could do it. Sachin Littlefeather. She's the one who took that Marlon Brando gave her his Oscar. And Loretta Lynn, we lost. Yeah. Kim Jong-gi. Yeah, it's rough. A lot of comic book artists, manga artists, and that crowd, like, are unsung in the normie world because they don't know the artist. They know the product. He had chest pains, taken to a nearby hospital for surgery, but he didn't make it. Yeah, there's a lot of tributes to him today. Just look at that. Just amazing stuff. And of course, we'll go back to Falcon 9 so we see where we are. We'll check back in. Space to ground. Are they done? Is that? Did they connect while I was... Let's see if we can... We'll look at this.
4.012. How copy?
That sounds great to us, Mike. We're getting into 4.01.
Oh, they can take their gloves off and bring their hands out of their sleeves in their spacesuits. That's crazy. Look at that. They've all got like 2 sets of hands. I don't know if we get to see the actual connect. Nope. That's it.
I'm going to have you all talk a little bit about your 0G indicator. Acquisition of signal, Dubai.
Yeah, that's that. So they unzip those things and it breaks the seal, and then they can take their hands out. So they can.
SpaceX Dragon from the cabin mic contact.
Is that the okay?
And Koichi, I've got you 5.
Hold on. I think that's them making. Did they actually contact? They made contact. It just wasn't on camera when they did it. Hold on 1 second. That's later. Thanks, Ed. They're just in drift right now.
Are internal.
And SpaceX. Okay, Dragon copies. We are internal. We see waistbands off and stand by for the cabin mic check.
Yeah, that leg bag he's got is awesome. Want.
SpaceX Dragon from the cabin mic contact.
And Koichi, I've got you 5x5. How me?
I have a pilot leg bag for my for flying to put a iPad mini in, and it's nowhere near as cool.
And we're also getting some great views.
It's an early edition.
So if you all want to get a chance to talk about your indicator, we'd all love to hear some.
Absolutely, Mike. So a couple years after he had come up with his groundbreaking theory of special relativity, Albert Einstein, in his mind, still had a couple loose ends to tie up. And so while he was sitting in the patent office, because he wasn't famous yet, but he definitely should have been, he had what his happiest thought of his entire life. And that thought was that a person in free fall doesn't feel their own weight. And it was that thought, along with some others that he built upon, that led to general relativity and our understanding of gravitation and the curvature of space-time. And we are experiencing Einstein's happiest thought continuously, just like the International Space Station has been doing for over 20 years. So here on Crew 5, we call this little guy our free fall indicator, because we're here to tell you there's plenty of gravity up here. In fact, that's what's keeping us in orbit right now, and it's preventing this trip on a Crew Dragon from being a one-way trip. So a little bit like life, we all live in the same world, we live in the same universe, but sometimes we experience it in a very different way from our neighbors. And if we can all keep that in mind, hopefully we can all continue to do absolutely amazing things and do it together.
Cool. Like it. Those boots look sweet. They look like galoshes. They're the least cool part of the whole outfit. They need those like overlay, you know, where you fold down, like they go up to the knee, but you roll them down when you don't need them. And that like pirate boots had. That's what that was, by the way. The pirate boots that you always see are boots that have that like layer around them just above the calf where you rolled them down. You'd roll those up when you needed to like, and they basically turned into waders. Hashtag Morning Joe. They've got their game. Only 2 points ahead of Democrat Adam Frisch among likely voters in Colorado. Boebert was in shock since she thought her opponent was Nancy Pelosi. That's funny. Does this guy just like pop tweets from it? 11th hour Brown. Okay. 4 years after Facebook first banned the Proud Boys, the social network is still creating new content on behalf of the far-right extremist group, as well as dozens of others in apparent violation of its own policies. Shocking. I've seen that. We've seen this article floating around the last 24 hours. He's apparently in crisis mode. They're Campaign is in, quote, crisis mode. Yeah, this is from a few days ago. Yeah. I'm good with this. Reality winner did her time. Trump fan, terrorist Kyle Young, who assaulted Capitol Police Officer Mike Fanone, another officer, was sentenced to more than 7 years in prison on Tuesday. Yeah, this is the guy that was that major trial we saw. Cycling through. Joe always has to bring up the police now in Philadelphia. How about here in the suburbs of Texas? I live in Pearl and trust there is crime here too. It's just not being talked because they have to talk about more of the cities with black and brown communities. I'm guessing he means the Republicans don't talk about it. It was one big run-on sentence. Yeah, so this is the Loesch thing.
Not a damn thing.
Hold on.
So, does this change anything? I mean, do you want my opinion? You're listening. Not a damn thing.
By the way, let's remember that these people shit on Hillary Clinton for allegedly putting on a fake accent.
How many times have I said 4 very important words?
Gosh, in the same order or 4 very important words. No, that's 5. Donald Trump sucks. No, I don't.
These 4 words. Winning is a virtue.
Winning is a virtue. Fuck off. Oh my God. For real? I don't know how many times she said those words. This is the first time I'm hearing them. What? Fuck you. Winning is not a virtue. It is a result. It can be the result of virtue, practice, drive, focus, integrity. It can also be the result of cheating. You can, according to these assholes, it could be the result of conniving. You can rig the Kobayashi Maru. That's not virtuous. Winning is a result, just like losing is a result. What you take from it, take from the win or take from the loss, can actually be a virtue as well. It can show character. If you lose and you grow from it and you become effectively a winner because of that, that's virtuous. If you're a winner and you're a prick about it and then you grind down and you end up being a character in a Bruce Springsteen song, Glory Days, then it's not. What the fuck? Winning. And the kind of smarmy, like shitheel supervillain attitude. Okay.
What I'm about to say is in no means a contradiction.
By no means. Is by no means. Not in no means. You know, I consider a good vocabulary a virtue. That's just me.
Or a compromise of a principle.
Yeah, it's not a compromise of a principle. It isn't.
And please keep in mind that I am concerned about one thing and one thing only at this point.
Yes, one thing only. That's all you care about. What is it?
So I don't care if Herschel Walker paid to abort endangered baby eagles.
She wrote that down, by the way. She's reading that off the paper. She's trying to make a trending comment, and she wrote it on a piece of paper, like in her anger journal.
I want control of the Senate.
There you go. There you go. That's the GOP. Look, if Democrats gain control of the Senate by becoming Donald Trump, then that's a loss. That is the death of your own principles. The fuck are you talking about?
If the Daily Beast story is true,
it is.
You're telling me Walker used his money to reportedly pay some skank for an abortion.
Some skank for an abortion. So was he skank farming? What was his part in this? Was this just a drive-by accidental skanking? She's a skank. He's just a freedom-loving Trumpian maggot American who's trying to, good Lord.
And Warnock wants to use all of our monies to pay a whole bunch of skanks for abortions.
No, they're not looking for state-funded abortions. You just the right to make that choice yourself, which he made, and now he thinks that the woman that he paid for the abortion of right after she had the abortion should have been shot. She should have gotten capital punishment, according to her 2022 Herschel Walker.
And yes, when they're used predominantly over 99% of birth control, and it's my taxpayer dollars. Right. By the way, that's her take on it. Birth control, because it is covered under insurance policies that are backed up by the ACA, that is abortion. She, by the way, is siding with the Clarence Thomas argument. You have invited me up in your business, and I will use whatever descript I would like to. Thank you. So it doesn't
whatever descript
change anything for me. I don't know if he did it or not. I don't even care.
All right, there you go. I don't know if he did it or not. I don't even care. I mean, that basically sums up the entirety of Trump's grab him by the pussy nonsense. The sexual assault allegations against him, his partying with Jeffrey Epstein. I don't even care if he did it or not. I don't know if he did it or not. I don't even care. That's what it is. That's the standard. That is currently the Republican standard. Yeah. Meanwhile, Hunter Biden, exactly. Joe Biden should have to step down because of things that they made up that Hunter Biden allegedly did. What does it mean? What do your standards mean if you don't hold to them? If you're not willing to lose an argument and still stay with your principles, then they aren't your principles. They never were. And therefore, you lost the argument before you even had it because, you're just water slipping into cracks. Okay, this San Francisco Chronicle thing has been haunting my timeline for weeks. And so San Francisco Chronicle, if you're watching, everybody gather around. Somebody at the office, call everybody over. Call everybody over. This thing. I'll wait. We'll give it a second. Stop. Break up the little conversation group about who the Zodiac is really. Tell them to come over. Everybody gather around the computer of whomever's watching the stream. Fuck you. Okay, I'm done. We don't need to talk about... There's enough shit going on in the world that you don't need to bring up shit we cannot control for. Fuck you. Especially right now. What's wrong with you? Jesus Christ. Now, go back to work. Go figure out who the Zodiac was. It wasn't the guy in the end of the Zodiac movie. It wasn't him. They did a DNA test. It couldn't have been him. Azalea Banks weighs in on Cardi B versus everyone. Because she's at Home Depot. Imagine going to Home Depot to buy a hammer and wearing Azalea Banks' voice from 20 miles away and wondering, hearing Azalea Banks' voice from 20 miles away and wondering if you're hallucinating. I just think it's great she's at Home Depot. It's a report live from Home Depot.
Bitches, that y'all some fucking chicken head ass fucking bitches.
Ma'am, hardware is over there.
The fact that this bitch
is buying flooring
that would not give a fuck about you on any other fucking day, would never collab with you, never share her platform with you, is
yes, the collabs and the platform and the sharing and the thing, whatever. Ma'am, there's a forklift behind you. Can you get the fork out of the way, please?
making all you bitches risk your own fucking platforms, your own fucking shit, like your own reputations to do her dirty work that this pussy ass bitch.
Wow. Sorry. Holy hell. And I thought I was getting demonetized for stuff. Good Lord. I do this on this show so that you can put headphones in, or like if I swear on here, it's technically a public act because it's on social media, but you can turn it down, turn it off, go away, and whatever. But you're not going to just hear it blaring in the next aisle at Home Depot. Son of a bitch. That's crazy. Ultra MAGA. Ladies and gentlemen, Ultra MAGA, for those of you who know, Ultra MAGA sassy ass Cindy. Ultra MAGA Justin Levoilette. Lars Ultra MAGA Larson. Honestly provocative talk radio. Email me. I will not. Ultra MAGA was, just to clarify, MAGA without Trump. Every family member of Herschel Walker asked him not to run for office because we all knew his past. Everyone. He decided to give us the middle finger and air out all his dirty laundry in public while simultaneously lying about it. Oh, that's his son. Yeah. This girl's making the rounds. Ken Paxton. Oh, this is his. He has to testify. I love you. I love you too. Anyone who thinks Herschel Walker will be taken down by his hypocrisy about abortion isn't paying attention. The horrible truth is that the GOP base doesn't care about it. I don't necessarily think that's true, Steve Silberman. I think it does matter to some folks. And it won't mean they'll vote for the other side. They're not going to vote for the Democrat. They're just not going to show up for him. They already don't think the vote is going to happen anyways. Can we also, by the way, can we check on, shit, it's probably still in my, nope, there we go, hold on. In my crazy, what I have to look up during the show. Like my search list in, on all these things just is horrifying because of during the live show when I have to go over to Google or I have to go over to my own, to Twitter and go look something up. And then I look later at my, like, no wonder I get the weirdest fucking suggestions. The Russians are being captured together with BMP-2 in the Kherson direction. We shall see. Oh, God. Are these guys... Did they just not know? Oh, shit. Oh, I see. White flagging it. They're white flagging it. Hey, guys, stop. If you don't stop, we're going to kill you. Those guys surrendered. Holy shit. Whoever is filming this is either got his camera on his gun or is operating like a soldier because he's dipping his camera down like it's a gun when he's moving. Mainly to keep his lens. Also, war photographers learn not to let their lenses glare up when shit like this is going down. Yeah, these guys are just surrendering from wherever the hell they were. Now, here's the problem with this. Let me explain something to you in this situation. This looks like a rah-rah moment. Like, why don't you just rush in there and like, ha, ha, ha. The Russians are such that they will send a couple of conscripts in, say, you guys surrender. And then when the guys come out to meet and get you, they launch an artillery strike on them. They sacrifice these guys right here. Those guys right there. The Russians will sacrifice those guys and that tank. The tank's more than likely not booby-trapped, because if it was, they might blow up while they're moving and blah, blah. That's too much. But what they will use it as a target point. So more than likely, I think these guys are taken. But the fear in this moment is exactly that. And those guys, they're used as a Trojan horse, but they don't even know it. And what happens is a drone will follow this tank, and then they'll see where all the soldiers are. And by the way, those guys right there, those guys are going to get duct tape put over their eyes. They're going to get probably zip tied. They're going to be they're going to be walked to a vehicle. They're going to be fed, and they are not going to have their genitals cut off on camera. That's the difference. There is a side in this. There is a difference. Yeah. And then last 72 hours, Ukraine has liberated 2,000 square kilometers of Kherson alone. And by the way, they're going to get, let me show you this right here. See this area right here? What they're going to do in this area, because they've really gone right up to this point, and there's nothing over here. Like, these guys retreated back. They're laying pontoon bridges. The pontoon bridges only work at the narrow points. They're going to bring boats in and encircle this shit. And they're going to bring boats in from here. And while this shit's going on, they're going to be boats with Z's on them coming up this way. And then that's all she wrote. They've blown up all but one of the bridges here. If Russia gets rid of Putin, is there hope for Russia then? Yeah, I would say so. I would say that the one way that Russia could end this is somebody comes up and literally dusts off Putin and says, our bad, he's nuts, we're going back to normal, we're everybody out. Every Russian citizen that's been in the Donbass and the referendum bullshit, get back out. We're going back to our regular borders. We're going to work with our partners again. We're going to give 20% of our oil revenue to do this. They would make millions and they would make billions of dollars in months if that happened. They would see a renaissance in the Russian economy. It's not going to happen, but that's what it would take. Russian brigades have no rotations across the Kherson region. The troops have been fighting for 7 months. Morale is 0. Oh yeah, she's not having a good one either. Look at that. Look at their fucking faces. These people. And they're playing fucking nuke launch videos in the background. Defense Minister Shoigu says they've already been 200,000 have already been mobilized. They absolutely have not. I don't know what the hell that is. Oh yeah, this is this guy Oliver Carroll posted this. Day before yesterday, a couple days ago. What's today's date? I'm drunk. It's the 5th. So yeah, 2 days ago when this offensive started rolling through. This is Russian military vloggers confirming previous information. The Ukrainians used widespread deception, including using Russian identifying marks Z and V on vehicles to penetrate deep inside Russian lines in Kherson. So they don't even trust their own people right now. Yeah, this is 11 hours ago. Time lapse in the last 5 days. Jesus Christ. Look at that. Let's look at the latest. From Intel, Slava Z, Rust Force, Destroy FU, okay, this is their stuff, which, by the way, is in no way believable. I don't doubt that they're killing Ukrainians and they're blowing stuff up, but they've been using old footage and footage from outside the country and footage from Chechnya and all this shit. They're like, we won this thing, and you're like, yeah, those are Georgian uniforms. What are you talking about? Yeah, here's this dude coming out. Someone's comments. En français, parce que insiste pour participer à l'encontre de ce fruit. Yeah, it wasn't them. Hold on, I'll see if I can bring up the English version for you. Except anglais for these guys. On participating in the investigation of the leaks of the Nord Stream gas pipelines. A request has been made to Sweden. Yeah, we didn't do it. We want to. We may have left some tools. Can we get down there with the diving teams? No. Video evidence the Russian military does not know how to use the toilet. Ew. What, are they shitting in the showers? That's the toilet, and they're shitting in the shower. They knocked a hole in the floor and shit there. Oh, God. I mean, who knows if water's been running there, so. This is their disbanded occupation troops have already won. They don't want it anymore. Oh. Yeah, sometimes I have to scroll through this because there's footage of dead soldiers, and it's really friggin' gnarly. Yesterday, I'm scrolling through I have a couple of, Russian Telegram channels and stuff that I look at what's happening over there, and I see a cat eating a person. There was a cat and a dog. Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. There's a dog and a cat and a dead Russian soldier, and the cat is just, it was just a house cat eating a Russian soldier that had been left behind. That's good morning. Fuck. We're in month 7 of the war with winter approaching. Russia has a minimum of 6,000 dead. That in the Kherson region. Ukraine took 3 important towns in the last 4 weeks and is converging on Kherson, with Russia so far unable to stop them. That is possible. Yeah, this is all over but the shouting. Yeah, this is their referendum bullshit. Yeah, this was the idea that the NATO tanks are stuck in the mud because of the rain or whatever. That's why they bring logs, or they cut logs to do this. This has happened to tanks in battle for fucking ever. It's why a lot of times they go into battle with logs, tied to the back of the tank itself. Let's see. Okay. I can't read that. I don't know. Holy shit. Look at that look at the territory. This is just the recent. Yeah, this isn't stopping anytime soon. There is no 200K worth of men coming. HAL Sparks, man about town. That's right, Mark. We'll launch statewide financial support the Donetsk and Luhansk. Yeah, they're gonna flood money into infrastructure. They're gonna start building roads and put in broadband in Donetsk and Luhansk. Right. Yeah, this is the video that they put up. This is I called this Operation Dig Dug. Look at this shit. You know why this is happening? Watch how these guys exfil back there. They fill back in to try and get the guys out that Russians that moved in and then came back out. That was just people reporting Russian soldiers running all over the place. Look at these guys. Trapped. Not good. Look at those guys. Trapped and taken out. Look at this. They're all... Yeah. Jesus Christ. Did they take it all the way to Kherson? Oh, I see. This is what it's going to be. This is the idea of what the Kherson's counteroffensive. I see. So this is this is them planning on it. The first part was what happened, and then this is the continuation. This is what the plan is. This is how it's going to work out. This is our next 3 months. There are the one thing missing from this, I would say, is boats, because the Russians have moved out. This is the get the fuck out plan. Sir, the women are here, and they what? The women. There's a lot of women out front. Hold on. What are they doing here? I'm pretty sure they're here to chop you into little pieces. This might. The heck happened? Oh, I tapped my mic. See, this is what when I forget my mic as a prop. I can hear it. Sorry, got it. I got it. We're leaving Russia because we don't want to fight, but fuck Ukraine anyways. And we heard that here in Georgia the raping is good, so. Fuck straight off. These are like farm drones being used to drop grenades. Yeah, so that's going to be the big video from this. It's coming out. Reconista. Is this the other footage? Russian artillery hits nothing. Better luck next time, racists. We will find them in Kherson City very soon. Spirit is at the limit. The spirit is at the limit. We will win. Meaning their morale is shit. We're going to do the thing. Despite the current tragedies we've had, we're going to continue respect for the people and Ukraine culture. What? And the language, literature, etc. But we're never allowed anything to happen. Like being allowed to happen in Ukraine, the culture and Russian language. So we're going to let them keep doing their thing, but they don't let us do our thing. We got our way. We'll treat what's Ukraine with respect. There were 3 million Russian citizens of Ukrainian origin. Well, then bring them into Russia, man. Give them a house. We've never distinguished between them at all. Look at him fucking doodling while he talks.
Между русскими и украинцами. Мы всегда, и несмотря на трагедию сегодняшних дней. I was just doing a thing, and like, there was like, I don't know, some friend of mine. He was like, I don't know. He was like, I don't know. I wasn't even there. I didn't see it. Dad, listen. И сегодня с огромным уважением относимся. Yeah, he's in deep shit. But by the way, Trump says this guy is at the top of his game. Относимся к украинскому народу и к украинской культуре, и к украинскому языку, к литературе и так далее. Но yeah, as he doodles while answering questions about whether or not the areas they just pretended that they control in Ukraine. What's that overlap? That's the interior forces, people who, yeah. The Russian invasion cannot move heavy military equipment like tanks across any of these crossings. Right. Yeah, they can't bring in any reinforcements of any major size. And I don't know why the Russians aren't resorting to like air support. Other than the distinct possibility that A,
they don't have enough techs and support to keep their planes flying. They're running out, and they can't afford to lose the few they have. That's the only reason. Don't make me take my shirt off, right? Shadow Woman, thank you for the gifted subs, by the way. And Brian, thank you for the super chat. From London. From England, anyways. It's British pounds. Let's see. Ukrainian forces brings the power and venom of the M777 artillery system into the current offensive, eliminates a RUAF. Oh, holy shit. Vice to my Russian allies take cover. Good Lord. Oh yeah, this is a parked set of artillery systems. Yep. I don't know what the, like, Stichtungsmark kids. Do you want to adopt a Russian child? Aw, little kiddo. Yeah, something's like, I don't know if these are like tankies making the case that because I can't read this. So we'll skip by it rather than even speculate. Russia gains 4 regions, loses territory in Kherson. Wait a minute. Russia gains 4 regions, loses territory. Putin regime change. OPEC plus hostile act. Okay. Yeah, OPEC has backed Putin and is going to cut oil production to drive oil prices up right before the midterms. And the reaction from most, I would say, patriotic Americans would be, if we have to suck up high gas prices for a time being because the Saudis are trying to support the Russians, then fuck them, fuck that, and let's get off of oil and gas. But it won't be. Fox will go, look, did you see gas prices lately? Oh my God. You guys, like OPEC, like totally doesn't love us anymore, you guys. Okay. Like, it's ridiculous at this point. Like, I don't even know. Like, does OPEC even like love us anymore? What will happen to all the people that were forced to go to Russia after the war is finally over, and the children, men, women, and the soldiers that were captured? There's going to be a major exchange. When this shit falls apart, and especially if Putin is deposed or moved out or dies or falls apart or tries to reach for a butterfly out a third floor window and just misses. If that happens, then there's going to be a giant UN repatriation of people. Like, that's going to be mandatory. I don't even know how, like, Russia's still on the, like, UN Security Council after kidnapping hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians. Now, a good portion of those folks were their civilians that they were moving out, and then they would kidnap regular Ukrainians at the same time. You grow terrorist army, I'm trying to attempt to go. Okay, so this is Russian propaganda videos of them shooting, allegedly hitting Ukrainian convoys. Aw, isn't it sweet? My love, there's only you in my life. All right. Yeah, this is some real war shit going on, folks. This is like Battle of the Bulge level stuff. These are, oh, there he is, and Air Assault Brigade, Ukraine, dropped, hidden in the shrubs. They're gonna drop a, yeah, oh, I guess not. I guess they were just targeting it from far away. I thought this was one of those drone drops. No, it's done. President's two signed force crossing commemorating two different places of force crossing during World War II. Around Kherson, many such sites in the future is entirely preventable. Muscovy could have avoided trying to cross a mile-wide river. No, they couldn't. Not when they wanted to take the entire country and destroy every Ukrainian citizen. You can't do that without crossing some rivers. Oh, this is the anti-drone gun. So check this out. This is so like, this is the spaciest futuristic part of this. See this? That's a Russian DJI drone. And they're catching it by gaining control of it. And then effectively it goes into auto land mode and tries to set itself down because it tricks it into thinking it's run out of battery. Look at that fucking thing. Also, that singularly, let me back up. That thing. This thing right here, that's going to be one of the most useful weapons in the future because that's what you're going to use on rogue robots. There will be much smaller versions of it, but I got news for you. There's going to be, that's going to be a regular thing in the future. War is ugly and these MAGA babies promoting civil war are stupid cowards. Agreed. I mean, that's not going to happen either. They don't have the stomach for it, nor would they want to. And the ones among them that would say it are either the school shooters who will shoot anybody. They don't really care. It's just an excuse to murder. Or the Matt Walshes of the world who will call for it and never participate in it and watch the whole thing go down from, the warm side of a bay window. A lot of Russian logistics centers on rail transportation. Yeah, this is one of the target points that they're going to hit. Some of these translate the tweet. Data from the Kherson front. 28th and 25th brigades continued this morning the advance from Davidid Brid and have taken the villages of Sadok and Borodzensk. Russian descendants north of that can be surrounded. Meaning these folks, this is older though, isn't it? I don't know. When was this? Nope, this is today. Okay. So the Russians should not have fled Cernivika, according to Vitaly Kim, only their officers. Yeah, they should have just taken the officer class out so that the grunts could be left there to die. Great. Yeah, it's a great standard. It's terrific. Manoshevitz. The security service of Ukraine exposes more collaborators, one of whom betrayed 23 Ukrainians to Russians in Kherson. Yeah, these are the Russians living in these areas that basically phone in where the Ukrainians are or phone in where civilians are hiding. There's a lot of that. Cherson, this is soldiers, cannon fodder from Zelensky tried to intimidate D-Day in Cherson. Didn't go as planned. The cannon fodder. Well, these are guys just running across a field. It looked like water. I guess it is. Yeah. Yep, they just sank. And then everywhere the soldiers roll in, they are being greeted with flowers and people are happy to see them. They're like, thank God. They're giving kids candy. They're rolling. It's very World War II. I got news for you. When this shit's over, the Ukrainians are going to have a ticker tape parade. I mean, the old school ticker tape parade. We're going to be jealous. So you are just, what's death bunnies? What is this? What is this? So you are messing with me. You just pick the position furthest away from Kherson and want to ignore the Irks that are within 10 miles. Clown shit. But for real this time, I know you lying on Twitter is fine. You know it's wrong. Okay, what is this person responding to? Borozhin map you provided is over 120 kilometers from Kherson City. That is not within HIMARS range. Huh? Okay, first of all, jackass. This is Brozhny right here. Borozensk, beg your pardon. If you're... Yeah. That's definitely within HIMARS range, fucko. They can park the... They can park in... They could park them in Ivanivka and reach Borozensk. What does he think? They're all down in this region? Is this like... okay, so this is basically two... Is this two tankies, like, fighting back and forth against each other? Like, counting on... There's been these ongoing shit threads. Russia's losing. Ukraine is losing. Afraid not. You're wrong again. Yes, you're wrong again. This is this part going in. Oh, man, lots of uncontested hamlets and fields and marshes. This is the... By the way, the argument from this side is that Ukraine keeps taking small villages and towns, and they haven't taken the big cities. Can you make the screen clip a tad smaller? Yeah. Let's see if I can bring this down here. Cut this out real quick. See, does that help? I'll move it like that. Does that help? So anyways, these, just so you know, I've been watching these threads for fucking 6 months. These threads go on and on. They started like, watch, I'll go all the way to the top and then I'll stop and then it'll reload another, 4 dozen tweets. On and 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 on. And these dickheads have been at it. I posted lots. Here's more. It is reported that only... wait. This dude is posting these kind of things. He's reported that only 500 Lugansk Cossacks and Cuban Cossacks, volunteers from Russia, were defending Lyman and Grozny for about 2 weeks. Russian armed forces, combined arms, were providing long-range artillery support without any frontline presence, according to Russian reports over the weeks. Ukrainian forces attacking the settlement were numbered 6,000 to 9,000 troops. Kirsten Lyman was received disproportionate amount of attention. We have never focused on the settlement, not in May, not in September. We've never reported on it in depth. In our opinion, there's one far more important battle taking place. It's the battle for Bakhmut. Lyman is another Snake Island at the moment. It's the only place where the Ukrainian armed forces offensive succeeded, so it's being reported extensively. The offensive has failed. Yeah, so this goes all the way back to them losing Lyman. And like, Lyman's no big fucking deal. Nobody cares about Lyman. I shit out of Lyman. I dropped Martin from not running for the bus. Me bollocks. Like, this dude is just like trolling. This has got to be just a troll account. Is that it? Hold on. Does this guy tweet? No, okay. He doesn't tweet on his own. He only replies, and he joined June of 2021 in the lead up. Guy doesn't know what bagging and tagging means. That's fun. Seriously, there are these lines of like where they're just sniping back and forth, pro-Ukraine, pro-Russian accounts. Stromosov said that the Russian troops are regrouping in the Kherson region, probably to avoid confusion. Now we understand that Stromosov is capable of regrouping for a long enough time. And where do they collect these travelers? Is this guy saying this? That's an outfit, man. It's like he looks like a guy trying to jumpstart his own Manson family in the early 70s. Like, there's still money here. There's still money in culting. Some kind of freak talent show under the banner of the FSB. I want to become a collaborator or thrower for MMM, and raw-eyed Madrivnik make it to the finals. What's this article? Let's see. Oh, it's private. That's Telegram, right? Yeah, so this one of the Telegram performers, essentially. Ukraine is 44 minutes ago. Look at that shit. Look how close they are. Fucking hell. And you know there's nobody here. Like, there's about a mile of a line, like, behind them of stuff, people, maybe some fallback positions. And then after that, there's just fucking nothing. He's a commie hippie, right? They're the worst. He's not, though. He's a kleptocrat hippie, which is, I don't even know how you even justify it. Like, how's your brain not punch itself while you're sleeping? Like, one half of your brain is just like, what happened to him? I don't know. Like an aneurysm or something? Nah, it's the right side of his brain kicked the left side of his brain's ass, and then the left side came back. It was like a wrestling match in his skull. Go Ruskus! Rust, come here! Yeah, let's do it. They all look very convinced. Yeah, this is with this Glenn Greenwald sitting at his computer. Ukraine, just surrender already. Soon the Kremlin won't be able to pay me anymore for making propaganda. Right. That is true. We're going to have some sort of like Operation Thumb Drive where we bring over all the Russian propagandist hackers and computer guys and put them, you know, on CCP duty, like teach them Chinese. Or just let them use Google Translate. They don't really try that hard anyways. Let's see. And it's like thousands of graduates, humanists, and more traumatized whole generations. Yeah, it is. It's awful. Ukraine regains Kherson villages as Russian frontline collapses. That's 50 minutes ago. This is them. Wait, is these captured soldiers, or is this the, hold on, let's see. In the Lviv region, border guards have started arresting students trying to travel abroad to study. Two more Russian T-62M tanks were captured by the Ukrainian army in Kherson Oblast. That's the Russian, this is the Russian little canopy they put on top because they think the javelins will explode because they think the javelins fly over and they explode like 6 feet above the tank and then rain fire down on it. And if you make it go, if it makes it think the roof is higher than it actually is, it will fire down on the tank from like the impact will be lessened. It won't be close enough to cause damage to the top of the tank. So they create this like fake version, which by the way, they handle like this. That's it. That's how they, then the javelin blows up 3 feet above this thing instead of 6 feet above this thing. It's so stupid. They know you're doing it. And it's part of the reason why the tops of the tanks popped off, because they were, you know, like kind of, they were setting the javelins to explode closer to the tanks because of those fake little, the dish racks. Elimination of 30 militant 7 units of Russian forces maintain their positions and directly repelling superior armed forces operation. Okay. And then it's okay. Yep, there's putting up. Yeah. I mean, this is gonna be playing out over the next couple of hours. Yeah, nobody's buying the referendum except Jimmy Dore and the LaRouchians. That's it. Hilly marched in the first Earth Day. Good on you. Vladimir Putin. Shame on you, chat. Artillery strikes. This is the stuff that gets me like horribly demonetized. Just saying, just like it just flat lines, goes straight from yellow to red. Matt, thank you. Do you think the OPEC situation becomes an October surprise situation? I just hate that this is happening now. No, I don't think so. And we have enough to keep the prices relatively steady and going down until after the election. If that's the trick they're playing, ultimately they're doing it to help Russia raise money, because both of them were trying to choke out shale oil in the United States. That whole like dicking around between the two of them, that game of chicken that Trump brokered, it turns out it was not like, Saudi Arabia and Russia trying to like fuck the other. It was trying to fuck shale oil in the United States and natural gas to stop other, countries from being able to, have the funds to transition. That I'm guessing that guy's not there for very long. Yep, there it is. So that would be the rocket, and then it goes, yeah. That's far away. Oof. Crazy. Forces of SSO of Ukraine took control of the defense forces of Alexandrivka. This was reported by our comrades in the liberated settlement. Are they coming up on a vehicle? Oi! Those guys done in? Yeah, there's dead people in there. Nope. They're going to open that door and there's going to be people in it that are just sausage. It's just awful. Let me see if I can show you something. Hold on one second. Since we're trending back in this journey. And by the way, we're watching HAL Sparks Mornings, Mega Worldwide. I adore you. Thank you for being with me. I'm going to open up. Saw a clip of your sweet message to supporters of the show. I say back, thank you for being. Thanks, Sasha. I mean it. It's just, it's not hard. I don't know. I don't understand why. I was talking to somebody this weekend and I was like, anybody who complains about being famous is a dick. Oh, wait. I think the dog is coming. Yeah. Wait a minute. Do we have a puppy? Do we have a puppy? Oh my gosh. Oh, what's this guy doing? Hey, buddy. Look at this buddy. What's her name? What's her name? I don't even know this dog's name. This dog is visiting for the day. Hi, you're so lovely. Oh my God, you're so sweet. Oh my gosh. Look at this sweet little puppy. Look at this sweet little puppy. What are you doing? Oh, you're just wonderful. You're like Chip turned into a dog. Chip, what'd you do? Are you doing okay? Yeah, your mama's upstairs. One of Summer's friends is over. Oh no. But your buddy, what's going on? Do you like being? Are you a walking dog? Or are you just hot because you've been outside? Is it too hot for you, puppy dog? The puppy dog. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Hello. Oh, it's a sleepy boy. It's a sleepy boy. It's a sleepy boy. Babe, what's this dog's name? What's the dog's name? Layla.
There you go.
No, you can't have him. No, you can't.
Come on.
You cannot have the dog.
On. She needs to go out.
All right. Oh, she's got to go out and go potty or something? All right. Yeah. Bye, Layla. So sweet. Layla. My Miss Layla. Wait a minute. Miss Layla. Why did you take Layla from me? I can't live without Layla. I'm like, now you know how kids get when they like, I want a puppy. I can't have a puppy. That's how I feel it. Yeah, that's Layla is a friend of Summer's dog, and they're over for the afternoon, so she had to bring her dog with. I don't know how Chip and the dog will get along, or if at all, or if we're gonna have to like lock Chip up in some sort of canister. Yeah, so cute. Such a cute animal. All right, let's see if I can find this. Let's see, go back down to the bottom. Oh dear God, open that up, please. Look who's finally come on to agree with me. Look who's finally come around. Look at this. There you go. Diamond and Silk. If you go to the polls and they tell you you've already voted, call the police, someone has committed a crime. Exactly. And if you don't call the police when someone tells you that, then you're guilty of a crime because someone caught you trying to vote twice. So turn yourself in. They didn't go that far? Nope. Okay. This is, and like, why would I see this? Because this is Mike Lindell's Telegram channel. By the way, it's mostly commercials. U.S. election company previously registered Chinese election company's website. Michigan's Konek and Grover registered hongjungtuk.cn for a Chinese election technology company partnered with Lenovo. Yeah, because they sold their stuff to that organization. It was made quickest way. Okay, that's like selection code. We've seen that. Inside each package is a memorable proverb. They put psalms in with my pillows. I didn't get a psalm. Where artificial intelligence can expose leftist voter fraud. Mike, you have artificial intelligence, buddy. You are artificially intelligent. Nobody believes it. I'm just saying. Let's see if... and then... where was I going to do it? Okay, here's Lynn Wood. This is Lynn Wood's Telegram channel. Right. U.S. tops 31 trillion for the first time. What is the national debt? Yeah. And our GDP is like 29 trillion. Fuck. Kellyanne Conway. What? Hold on. Oh, they're just showing a picture of Conway and like Kellyanne Conway and George Conway and a dog and a Genesis. There went in 2 and 2 unto Noah into the ark, the male and female, as God had commanded Noah. Like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Allie gave Hero permission for one more point tonight below. Watch out. Good night again. All right. I don't know. This is how he warns people. He makes the dog watch out for anything that you should be concerned about. Everything that's a deep state op. So Joe Rogan is a deep state op. Neuralink, SpaceX, Tesla, Twitter. The show My Favorite Martian. I can just hear NASA officials, SpaceX officials, and old Elon in a top secret meeting saying, how are you ever going to shatter that pesky glass ceiling known as the firmament? And them, Marshall Monroe Magic crashes the meeting and yells, call Disney, wow. I wish them all good luck. Oh, so Lynn Wood has gone full flat earth. That's interesting. That's fucking interesting, man. So all these folks are tricking you into thinking that there's... I hope Elon has better luck with the chip in our brains than his rocket to Mars. It will likely blow your mind when you learn how much of a deep state genius old Elon really is. P.S. I'm trying to finding the Holy Bible where man goes to Mars. P.P.S. Of course, old Elon never let something as little in his mind as the Holy Bible get in the way of military-industrial complex, aka deep state grift. PPPS, just my opinion. So in his opinion, Elon Musk is a deep state operative who is there to create hoax trips to space so that the deep state keeps us from finding out that we live under a firmament. That's the cloche. That's the cake top, the cake dish top that goes over. Yeah. Yeah, this is all about SpaceX. Doing a great job, Georgia. The kind of scam. Okay, Linwood. All right. Loretta Lynn stuff because she didn't repost her stuff. Heroes are rising. We the people. Right. Here you go. Forwarded from Frank Repole. I don't know who the fuck Frank Repole is. I understand why people are against voting in a rigged election. But if enough people don't vote, then the enemy doesn't have to cheat and will win legitimately. Ever think about that? Huh? Boom. Fucking boom. Okay. Okay, fucking boom. Yeah, so that's Lynn Wood's channel. Hold on. This is the shit I look at. Just some people ask, like, where do you see these assholes and their stuff all the time? Here's let me go down to the bottom of the page. This is Sidney Powell's Telegram channel. Right here. I wish I could stretch this out. And then is there a way to like make this shit bigger? Like, how do you, I guess this. Nope, that didn't work there. That's search. Telegram sucks. Okay, anyways. This is her. This is Defending the Republic. This is America's Future. It's a video, I think, if you go to the site, but not going to. This is her press release, y'all. And if you click on this, it goes to your whole fucking page. I'll kind of show you here if it does. Yeah, it goes like this. And you can't scroll through it. It just, whatever. These are her graphics, though. So you kind of have to just go through these. She's going to be at the Concerned Citizens for New Mexico. Remember the Concerned, what is it? The Committee for Concerned Citizens, which was the CCC replacement for the KKK. Weird. It's almost as if they're not tone deaf to dog whistles. No more shots. Look at what show is this? USAWatchdog.com. Thank God he's there. Aerial footage reveals the devastating damage from Hurricane Ian. Yeah, we know this. Republican candidate receives cease and desist letters for pointing out Democratic failures. Tiffany Smiley received the orders from Starbucks and the Seattle Times for her ad where she stands in front of one of their chain's abandoned stores. Features headlines from the liberal newspaper. It's not abandoned. They closed it. We own... let's see. No ordinary Russians are not responsible for the crimes of the Russian regime, Tsarism. We have witnessed many efforts to pin blame for the conflict, not only on the Russian regime, but on virtually all the Russian people. She's going to Tsarism.com for this? Motherfucker. So this is what she does all day. And My Pillow ads are oh, look at this. Yeah, My Pillow and Kraken is her code. Jesus. The production of Seth Rich's laptop. The FBI improperly held the laptop under the Freedom of Information Act, and the FBI must produce the laptop within 14 days. Oh, we're going to Seth Rich's laptop now, and we're going to find out that he thought he was giving stuff to somebody who was paying him, and then it turned out to be Russians, and they killed him when the guys showed up to pick it up, and they had Russian accents, and then that's going to open up another can of worms on the Trump-Russia scandal, and then they're going to go, this is all deep state. They held on to it so they could fake stuff, because who knows what they put on that laptop without any awareness. Yeah, so it's all big lie stuff and Carrie Lake and yada yada. Okay, that's what happens all day long on her site. Now, let's go back to here. Whoops. Turn that off. I don't want to. No. Yeah, here you go. This is, let me open this up. Marjorie Taylor Greene. This is forwarded from Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. The Protect America First Act will, quote, enact a 4-year moratorium on immigration and accelerate the time between apprehension and deportation. On all immigration? So tech sector, fuck you. Science and industry, fuck you. Anybody. It's just foreigners are the problem. Ensure this, by the way, China literally just did this like 2 years ago, and is sticking with it for the foreseeable future. Ensure the safe return of unaccompanied alien children. Reduce human trafficking, increase deportation for criminal aliens, and ends chain migration. Okay, so that doesn't apply to Melania's family, obviously. They'll get to stay. We're ending it. We're not expelling people who came here via chain migration. Otherwise, expedite removal of illegal aliens from 3 months to 30 days. Okay, but then you're going to have to fund the courts that handle immigration with billions of dollars because they've got to be able to handle the caseload. That's the only thing slowing it down, is the caseload. Build the wall and name it after Trump. First of all, the wall is already built. He was building an extra part of it. And I like, Orange Shitler wall. I think that's what most people call it anyways. Trump also had a plaque put on a portion of the wall that Obama finished. Cut off funding for sanctuary cities. What kind of funding are we talking about? Do they get to respond by not sending federal tax dollars from those sanctuary cities? Because without them, red states would go broke. Support local law enforcement in their execution of immigration policy. That's a strong word. How? With funds? What does support mean? I'll tell you what it means. Technically, it means all the drones and computer backup stuff that the Democrats have been trying to get passed for a long time, that Republicans mock. Empower ICE to detain and deport violent criminal aliens. They already have that right. Revive President Trump's zero-tolerance immigration policy. Oh, so child separation. Just lose more kids. Great. Rescind President Biden's open borders immigration executive orders. We don't have an open border. There are no open borders immigration executive orders. So, done. I guess that was easy. Revoke deferred action on child aliens and deferred action on parental account. Oh, revoke. So ending DACA. Let's just look at this real quick. It's kind of near the end, but there it is. Revoke DACA and DAPA. And then remove funding for Central and South American countries. Since Biden took office, approximately 5 million illegal aliens have crossed our borders, according to the Federation for American Immigration Reform. Oh, yeah? Have they been standing down there like they're at a bar counting who comes in? Goddamn, I need a new thumb, buddy. I'm going to have to do both. That was a big crowd. I'm just going to... Is there a 10,000 button? I'll just call it that. And then it just... My Protect America First Act will lock doors to our home and keep us all safe from the Biden-led illegal invasion. Save America! All caps. She's running. Gay people want to do stuff to your babies. Just the news, no noise. Department of Homeland Security has no right to pick and choose whose speech counts and who doesn't. Private organizations, the deep state, colluded to censor conservatives leading up to Election Day. Citation needed. Party of shutdowns crippled our economy. All right. This shutdown started under Trump. What do you mean the party of shutdowns? Trump announced the 14 days to slow the spread, or made Pence do it. Oh, this is the whole. She's all in on the whole idea that it's Nancy Pelosi's fault that the Capitol was attacked because she should have known that Trump supporters were a bunch of violent psychopaths. It was dereliction of duty on Nancy Pelosi's part to not assume that Trump's supporters would lose their fucking minds and riot. That's the defense. Okay. Pray to end abortion in America. Or vote to allow people to make the choice and then make your moral case because you believe in it. And then clips of him. Are they praying? What's this? That's super fucking loud. Sorry, hold on. If you open these things up. Oh, okay. She's playing some sort of like hardcore America fuck yeah music as she walks on. There they go. This is my 97th rally. Yeah, this is Breitbart all the time. Oh, this is her hog hunt thing, which is they use this like app that makes you have Thor eyes. Again, these are the people who believe that we're a country of bootstrappers where people have the right to sell their wares and communists can't take it. And then they fucking buy an app that allows you to do, for non-commercial purposes, make yourself look like a Marvel character or something like that. And then they use it in advertisements. First openly trans army officer charged in plot to give U.S. military medical info to Russians to help in the war against Ukraine. All right. I doubt that was the picture, but let's find out, shall we? Give U.S. military medical info to Russians to help in the war against Ukraine. What medical info? Do we have med beds? Is he giving away the med beds? Hold on. Army officer. What's his name? That's this. Baltimore, Maryland, federal grand jury has returned an indictment. Cancel. Charging Anna Gabrielian, age 36, and her husband, Jamie Lee Henry, of Rockville, Maryland, with conspiracy and for the disclosure of individually identifiable health information related to their efforts to assist Russia in connection with the conflict in Ukraine. The indictment was turned and was unsealed today upon, I'll open that in the new tab, is scheduled to have an initial appearance 11:30 a.m. That was announced by the Attorney General from Maryland. I thought Biden controlled this and would just let them get away with it. Isn't that how? Okay. She's an anesthesiologist, worked at Medical Institution 1 located in Baltimore. Major and Henry, a major in the U.S. Army who held a secret level security clearance, is Gabriellen's husband and a doctor. During the time of the alleged conspiracy, Henry worked as a staff internist stationed at Fort Bragg. According to the 8-count indictment, Gabriellen and Henry conspired to cause harm to the United States by providing confidential health information of Americans associated with the United States government and military to Russia. Specifically, the indictment alleges at the beginning they conspired to provide related IIHI related to patients at Medical Institution 1. Is that we're going with Walter Reed and at Fort Bragg to an individual they believe to be working for the Russian government in order to demonstrate the level of their access to the information for Americans. Their willingness to provide it to the Russian government, potential for this, Gabrielle and Heller met with an individual they believed to be associated with the Russian government, who was in fact a Federal Bureau of Investigation. Oh my fucking God, the FBI caught these people. Good. Can we trust the FBI or not? Is the FBI doing its fucking job or not? they'd told the UC that they had previously reached out to the Russian embassy by email and phone. Gee, I wonder how the FBI discovered. Russia never mentioned Henry's name, blah, blah, blah. Assistants going to propose potential cover stories for meeting, stress the need for plausible deniability. They met at the undercover person's hotel room. During the meeting, Henry explained to the UC he was committed to assisting Russia. Hi.
Chip just discovered the puppy and blew up as fat as I've ever seen him.
Yeah. Leave him in here with me. Yeah. I thought so. Chip, it's okay, buddy. You're not being replaced with a dog with the same coloring. You'll be all right. No, buddy. Hang out in here. A few days later, they did this, whatever. If convicted defendants face maximum sentence, they're going to get 5 years. Sent a text to the UC using coded language to advise Henry would provide Army medical records to the UC. I know. No, you can't go out there. There's a dog out there, and you're being a dick. No. Sorry. You want to come up here and sit in my lap? Come here. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come here. Hi. You come here. Come here, silly. Get your tails caught in my... Come here. Come here. Oh, my God. Come here. Come here, child. Come here. You're all right. This kid, I'm telling you. What's it doing? What's it doing? You're okay. Just hang out. I'll go get you a snack. You can stay in here, and then I'll take you upstairs and I'll put you in the bedroom, okay? And you can stay in there, and I'll put a little dish in there. Poor little boy. It's like, wait a minute. What is that thing? What is that smell? What is that awfulness? It's like, I've never seen anything like that. And let's see what the... So is this the issue here where they are open and not closeted? I mean, outside of the orientation, this person has nothing to do with the criminal charges being brought forth. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. If you hear the dog whistle, friend, then you're a dog. What? Buddy, you got to hang out. There's no other exit. You know that. You've been in this room before. No. You're not allowed to go out and fuck with a dog. You're not. No. Poor Chip. All right, it's 11. It's after 11 anyway, so I'll let you guys go. We'll dive more into MTG's trans-obsessed Telegram channel in the future. I know, kiddo. You'll be all right, I promise. You're going to be okay. Aw. Usually only make that noise when you're outside the door. So, all right, I'll let you guys go. I'll see you guys. I gotta, hold on. Let me check one thing so I can know what time the actual, let's see. I know. 5 to 6. Okay, cool. So I've got to leave at like 2. So basically, I'm going to take an hour break and come back and do my show from noon to 2 and then hit the road. Come here, buddy. Hold on. He just jumped up on my leg. Come here. Oh my gosh, buddy. Ow. He missed. You're okay. You're okay, buddy. It's all right. He's like, it's hot in here and it's scary and I don't know why I'm being kept in here. You're okay, buddy. You're okay. You're going to be all right. Sorry, Chip's having a moment because there's a dog in the house. He's like, I don't know what the heck is going on. Am I being replaced? Buddy. Buddy. Nope. I love you. I love you. Calm yourself. You'll be fine. Butterfly kisses. You're fine. He's like, I got to get down so I can meow at the door. Someone might hear me and release me. You're not obviously helping. Here, hop back down. There you go. Watch. 3, 2, 1. All right, I was off. I was off by a couple. Sorry. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in about an hour. Okay. Bye-bye. Cheers. I got to go handle a cat emergency. I know. Thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you for the support. Thank you for showing up. And thank you for spending your time with me. And yes, Chip, I'm coming, buddy. I'm coming. Okay. Love you guys. I'll see you in a bit.